Welcome to Bite Size Reactions. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to and listening to BTS Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I am obviously very new on this journey discovering BTS, the band, but a bunch of you have, I'm sure, a ton of suggestions for songs of theirs I should check out. I'm kind of following recommendations by a super helpful patron who recommended that I start Black Swan and then Fake Love. I was really impressed with both those songs, and I'm really looking forward to both my experience with those songs and what I was informed by a bunch of the fans in the comments is that a lot of the deep meaning behind the BTS songs in general. So I'm a fan of that, reading into things, having a meaning beyond just let's have a good time, you know what I mean? That's generally music that speaks to me more. And I've been, of course, impressed by like the production value of the music videos and also their performance of dance in conjunction with the singing. So I'm just looking forward to more of that. Don't really know, like I said, anything about their music, so I'm looking forward to see what this one is about. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I mean, that sounds pretty intense. Could be a fun one. If you want to watch along the full reaction, I might have to do some edits for this to get this up on YouTube, but that is up on my Patreon. And right now my Patreon is totally free. So for this month, my Patreon is totally free. You can check out anything on there with no charge. Next week, I'll also be reacting to another BTS song, Fire, and that is also out right now on Patreon for free. So you can check that out if you don't want to wait here on the channel. If not, feel free to subscribe. If you want to see more of my BTS reactions, definitely have some coming soon. That's enough talking for me. Let's just get right into it. BTS, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Three, two, one, go. Where are we? In a museum? Look at this. Another epic set already. Whoa. Who's on the bike? I'm sorry. I want to be this guy, riding around in a fancy museum on a little bike like from Stranger Things. What painting is that? That painting is seriously speaking to him. Okay. I know we're gonna get into this. I do apologize for pausing so much. But that little cold open to this song here, did it sound almost religious at this part here? I mean, this painting looks like something from the Old Testament or Judgment Day. That looks like an angel, right? It's probably a famous painting that I'm just too uncultured to recognize. But it just feels very religious. And then this sound right here, you can kind of hear. It sounds like something you'd hear in church. If that's going to be the tone of this song, that can be very interesting. Okay, I like this. I'm sorry. Okay, it's cool with the beat coming in here. I like the choreography of their dance, but right there, that image with all the hands, that's legit. Oh, I love the lighting in there, man. All that haze. Okay, there's a lot to take in. I'm sorry. Once again, I'm gonna have to get better at reading the lyrics and trying to take in the music and the music video all at once, but the visuals are so far so cool, and I will be going over the lyrics more in detail. But there's just one look right here. Right there. Like a little... That's hilarious.
Kiss me 아파도 돼 어서 날 조여줘 더 이상 아플 수도 없게 Baby 취해도 돼 이제 널 들이켜 못 risky 널 risky 내 피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가 Want the money, 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 money. Want the money, money,
Money, money, like more.
money.
This, in a weird way, to me, the song both feels like ethereal and serious, but then there's a side to it that it sounds like a fun, like dancing song too, right?
내 차가운 숨을
Like this is like the dream state almost.
Want the money, 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 money. Want the money, 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 money. Want the money, 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 money.
Oh dang! This is like a freaking scene from Alice in Wonderland with this table over here, the Tim Burton one, right? And I love the pink lighting in the background. Man, I swear whoever directs their music videos and is involved in like the lighting and the production design deserves some serious props as well. I don't know if they work with a bunch of different people or they have like a set team, but the visuals are very impressive.
Money, money. Want the money, money. Money, 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 money. 아파도 돼 나 묶어줘 내가 도망칠 수 없게 꽉 쥐고 나 흔들어줘 내가 정신 못 차리게 Kiss me on the lip, lip 수만의 빛 너라는 감옥에 중독되게 네가 아닌 다른 사람 선비스 알면서도 삼켜버린 독이듯 피땀 눈물
Dang, what a line right here. Knew the girl was poisoned but drank it anyways. That's like, there's a song it reminds me of. There's something very interesting about this lyric that stands out to me. You know, it's almost like choosing a bad fate in a certain sense.
피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가
Why is he holding an apple?
Want the money, 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 money.
I mean, as as I've seen so far, their dancing together is just impeccable. Whoa, what was that? Holy, how do they even do that move, dude? Is he being lifted up by strings in slow motion? That looks so cool. A gentle death. Is that like an it red behind a balloon?
He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
What an interesting line to end it there. Oh, pipe organ music? Man, everything about this is so unpredictable. That's a demon with those black wings, man. He's gonna kiss it? Bro, what are you doing?
내 피땀 눈물
Hold on. What does this say right there? I feel like that is probably something meaningful there. Chaos in Seek. I would love to know the translation of that. Dang, it's like a crack on his face, man. I feel lost. I mean, I'm intrigued, but I'll just be honest, I feel lost. All right, let me pull up the lyrics real quick here. Before I get into this whole kind of analysis and review about this song here, don't forget to check out my reaction to BTS Fire that is out for early access right now up on my Patreon. Like I said, for this month, my Patreon is totally free. So if you want to check that out, you can just head right over there, check it out. It's available for this month to everyone for free. If not, if you don't want to go to Patreon for free, you can watch my reaction coming out here on YouTube in a week to Fire. My rough idea is that something like there seems to be a sense of tragedy, right? I feel like the beginning of the music video and that kind of religious sound, and there's a lot of kind of obviously like famous art, but there's a real sense of tragedy, and then kind of some of the visuals at the end too, right? Where he's like walking up to the statue of that demon with the black wings, and then we see a visual where it looks like he has wings himself that are burned off. We see some images of the members with like colorful tears kind of streaming down their face. And then plus the meaning of the song is blood, sweat, and tears. I really get this sense of tragedy and acceptance of some of the unpleasant aspects of life. Like the sound of the song is so interesting because a lot of it, especially the chorus, sounds upbeat. But I kind of take it as, and I could be totally wrong, and I'm going to read the lyrics to try to get more meaning from it, but I kind of take it as something like embracing kind of the tragedy of life and dancing despite the fact that there is this real darkness represented by the demons possibly. But we'll see. That's very, very rough. Okay, so my blood, sweat, and tears and my last dance, take them all away. My blood, sweat, tears, and my cold breath, take them all away. My mind, body, and soul, I know that they are all yours. This is a spell that will have me punished. So who is... I don't think it's romantic, right? I know that they're all yours, like my blood, sweat, and tears. Who is yours? It's not a capital Y, so I don't think it's like speaking to a spiritual god or anything like that. Peaches and cream, sweeter than sweet, chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings, but your wings are those of a devil. Before you're sweet, there's a bitter, bitter. Okay, I appreciate this translation. This is making it easier to understand. Bittersweet. You're an extremely sweet yet evil temptation. Ooh, okay. Okay, so maybe this song has to do with like the appeal of maybe materialistic pleasure in the real world and how that's kind of a false promise of happiness, maybe, or I'm just trying to be smart reading this. I have no idea. Kiss me, it's okay, even if it hurts, just tighten me quick so that I won't be able to feel the pain anymore. That reminds me of like trying to get to a state of being comfortably numb, which is a great, great Pink Floyd song. Baby, it's okay, even if I get drunk, now I drink you up. Deep into my throat, a whiskey called you. And this could almost be taken as like a romantic sense, lines like this, but the visuals of the music video, and also a lot of you have very kindly informed me about some of the meanings behind Black Swan and Fake Love, which were the first two BTS songs that I reacted to. And I don't think that the focus is something specifically romantic. My blood, sweat, tears, and my last dance, take them all away, take them all away. Want it more, more, and more. It could be want you instead of want it. Means a lot, much. So I want you more and more and more. Okay. It's okay, even if it hurts. Tie me up so I can't run away. Grab me tight and shake me so that I can't come to my senses. Dang, that's kind of a very interesting line, right? It's almost like someone who doesn't trust themselves, like let's say someone who's suffering from an addiction or some self-destructive tendency, would kind of give this advice to someone that they need to help them, right? It's like Jack Black in Tropic Thunder, you know, telling them to tie him up to a tree so he can't get his Skittles, right? But I don't know exactly what it means in this context here. Kiss me on the lips, a secret between only the two of us. I get deeply addicted to a prison called you. I can't serve no one but you. I drank from the poisoned chalice knowing it was poisoned. And then we have a repeat. My blood, sweat, and tears, my last dance, take them all away. Want it more, more, and more, want it more and more and more, want it more and more. And this repeat, okay? I mean, I know it could just be the structure of a song, like having them say something like this over and over again, but it reminds me, and this is going to be a crazy reference, but it reminds me of the trailer of The Wolf of Wall Street, where in the trailer they're showing, there's a part as they're playing Kanye West, Black Skinhead, to the trailer song. They keep showing the text more and more and more is never enough. I apologize. If you haven't seen that trailer, it's a great trailer, very interesting Martin Scorsese movie. I'm a big fan of it. But the whole movie essentially is about excess and this addiction to more and how materialism, there's never enough. Kind of some basic themes like that going on in the movie. And seeing something like this, the line repeated over and over again, like I said, it could just be the structure of the song because it sounds good, but I feel like it has something to do with excess and, you know, like an overdose of something negative in your life. Kill me softly. I mean, I love that. Close my eyes with your hand. I can't even resist it anyway. I can't run away anymore because you're too sweet, too sweet, too sweet. Okay. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna need some people to help me out with this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is the key, I feel like, to understanding what the meaning of this song is. When they say the line, I know that they are all yours, who are they talking about? And the hint to me is in the music video, we saw kind of this demonic imagery. And so I feel like they're speaking like that to something, to some evil type of force. But I could be totally wrong. Yeah, because it even says your wings are those of a devil. Okay, I'm just going to go on a rough idea of my interpretation. I feel like it has to do with maybe the temptation and the appeal of maybe some of the superficial aspects of being this famous band like they are. You know, things like the appeal and the sweet temptation of things like fame, superficial attention, money, just any of those things that can be a corrupting influence. And you've seen time and time again, like child stars or just any type of pop stars go down a destructive path because they get addicted and start craving, you know, the attention, for example, which most of us know can be a very negative thing and is not a purposeful or meaningful thing to attach your life to. But it's still very hard, even being self-aware of that, because the temptation is very sweet, like they're talking about. Like, if you do have, like, stadiums full of people screaming your name and chanting your name and, you know, all the wealth and, you know, people just worshiping you and, like, giving you all this attention, it can be like a drug, I can imagine. I've never experienced it firsthand, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that there's an appeal. There's a reason why people want to be rock stars or fantasize about, you know, being worshipped by crowds and crowds of people, right? So I feel like there's like a tragedy of being self-aware of it, you know, kind of like when he goes up to the statue of the devil, but he kisses it, almost like he's accepting the fact or giving in to that fact that he can't resist the temptation and the appeal of it, which would make this song almost seem like a tragedy, right? And I really like the lines here, like, addicted to a prison called you. You know, maybe that prison is the prison of attention or the prison of fame. And I also like to, if it is something like that, like, I do feel like there's never enough of it, right? It's like if you're just obsessed with money, there's never enough. The same thing could be said for anything kind of superficial and materialistic, you know, not spiritual or actually emotionally fulfilling. But it's still tantalizing. There's still that temptation. But that's just my rough interpretation right there. I could be totally wrong. They might be, like I said, I'm pretty sure they're not referencing like a romantic love. But I would kind of just say, to sum up, that this feels like kind of a tragic acknowledgement of the universal appeal of maybe some of those baser, lower, materialistic aspects of success and fame, and how it can be very easy to kind of want to surrender to those temptations, even when you know they're bad, because you want to embrace this numbness, this comfort, this drug that you know is negative for you and you know is not fulfilling, going to fill up that hole inside of you. But in the moment, it kind of makes you forget other things, possibly. But could be wrong. I would love to hear your interpretation, any corrections. I'm sure, you know, like I know so little about the whole group BTS. I'm just learning, but I like the sound of the song too. I thought that it's interesting having this more upbeat sound to a song that the lyrics seem fairly tragic to me. and also some of the visuals seemed a little bit religious and artistic and kind of high up there, right? But had a fun time with it. Definitely very interested. This might be the most interesting of the lyrics so far, where it's a little bit puzzling to me, but I feel like there's some real richness if I can kind of crack the code completely. But hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Like I said, next week I will be reacting to BTS Fire. If you want to check that out on Patreon, my Patreon this month is completely free, so you can check that out up on Patreon for early access. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next BTS reaction.